So, we're here. Welcome to our review of Pixels. This movie sucks! Oh my god, this movie... Let's just get into this review. Michael Bay's The Day After Tomorrow, Pixels. Because technically this does feel like a Michael Bay movie, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I swear, this movie almost feels like, forget it. This movie was I don't even know who the director of this movie is, honestly. Like, I didn't even pay attention to, like, the making of this movie or anything, so... All I know is that this movie was released in 2015, and the story is basically about these people. That there's going to be these retro video game monstrosity things that are basically coming down to Earth and attacking the city. That's literally the entire story. This movie is one of the worst movies I've seen in a while. And I honestly don't understand this movie.
Yeah.
The characters are dumb. The plot is stupid. First off, if you're gonna make a video game movie, make it actually relevant to the actual video game. This movie literally had nothing going for it. The acting is terrible. Some of the actors in this movie are not even, like, trying, technically. I mean, they're trying. You can tell that they're trying hard, and that's why it fails. Like, there are even a lot of scenes where you'll see people shouting and shouting for no apparent reason, and the story just goes flip-flop up and down. And first off, the biggest flaw in this movie has to be Pac-Man. First off, who thought it was a good idea to make Pac-Man a villain? Tell me.
I don't know.
Tell me why. Like, seriously. Like,
Who
what do
did
you...
that?
Exactly, what was your experience of Pixels?
I don't know. It was just terrible.
Like, do you remember first seeing this movie? When you first saw it?
When I saw it, it wasn't in theaters. I had to, like, buy it, but I saw it with my mom. She like
It's horrible. This movie is so funny. And that's why it sucks. This is just a movie that's so bad that it's good, but it's bad. This movie has technically nothing going for it. The direction is flat, the characters are flat, the story is flat. The actors, you can tell that they're trying, but when they're trying, it fails. I'll have to say the CGI is really nice. Like, they do add some pretty cool references, like Duck Hunt, Smurfs, that's unexpectedly. But anyway, Pac-Man was a cool thing to see. It's just that all of it went downhill. It all went downhill and none of it made sense.
So when I saw this movie, I thought it was directed by Michael Bay.
No, it isn't.
It wasn't. I just thought it was.
What is your opinion on the direction in this movie?
It's not good at all.
The direction,
Terrible.
there's no. I think if this movie actually had a story, like tried to actually make an entertaining story and actually had to try to make effort, I think it would have been a really decent flick. It probably wouldn't be good or great or even a masterpiece, because video game movies aren't usually seen as masterpieces. Like, some of the best video game movies that we have today are movies like Wreck-It Ralph. That movie was amazing because that movie had characters and it knew how to tell a story. This movie, yeah, and it had Pac-Man and a lot of video game references. This movie just sucks all of that away from it. It sucks all of the fun out, and it just throws retro characters and turns them into these like things that are attacking the entire Earth, and it just doesn't work for me. And it was a false, honestly.
Just try to think of all the video games.
Like, this movie could have been a really good movie if they had the right source material, and maybe if it was made by the right movie company and stuff like that. I don't even remember what made this what company made this movie. It was either Columbia or Sony. Sony, maybe? I'm pretty sure it was Sony.
Columbia.
It might have been Sony, but Sony is not really doing good with their movies anyway. Just look at the Emoji Movie. It's one of the worst movies ever made. So, anyway,
So
I'd have to say that, yeah, this movie does not work for me at all. And if you guys do like this movie, I guess I can see why you could enjoy this movie, but it's...
So, the hardest thing about watching this movie is that you know it's trying to be good.
Yeah, you basically know, you can basically watch this movie and you can look at it and think that this movie is trying to be a good movie, even though it fails at it. This movie doesn't really have anything going for it. Like I said, there are a couple of entertaining scenes. I thought the Donkey Kong scene was pretty fun. The Pac-Man scene was it was very slow, but it was funny to watch. And it didn't make sense because, for one, why would you make Pac-Man a villain? Who thought that was a good idea, first off? Who thought that was it's just a very bad idea to make it's just a very bad idea to make one of the most iconic video game characters a villain in a film. It doesn't work. Would you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
Who would do that?
exactly.
Alright, so let's talk about the actors in this movie. Adam Sandler, God, he is awful in this movie.
Adam Sandler, he is awful, honestly. You can tell that he's just trying to put effort, but it does not work, honestly. Like, there are some movies that you can look at and you can understand why you can look at and you can tell that the actors are trying their best. And some of those movies do work. Pixels doesn't work. It's just a try-hard movie that fails. The story is pointless. The characters are pointless. The acting is all over the place, and it does not make sense. And the CGI is good enough. I mean, the CGI is really good. I think that's the only good part about this movie, honestly.
That's honestly sad.
It is sad, honestly.
You know what the funniest part of this movie is? When the guy yells at his mother. So he yells, "I'm trying to save the world from annihilation."
By that part, you can tell that the writers just gave up. And they said, screw it, we're going to do whatever we want. This is Hollywood, we're going to do whatever we want. And they have a lot of those moments in the movie, like I said, where characters will just be screaming for no reason, apparently. I mean, like I said, there are only a couple of things in this movie that are funny. The acting is funny, but that's because it's bad. It's not really that good at all. And the CGI is good, and this is a movie that really did disappoint me. And this is coming from a person who actually loves video games. I am a gamer myself, and I actually love playing video games, and this movie was a huge disappointment. It was so bad. And do you have experiences with gaming? Are you a gamer yourself, Havani?
Yes, this ruined a lot of movies. I can't even point them out. Like, it ruined Wreck-It Ralph, Ready Player One, and everything like that.
Ready Player One, I haven't seen it, but I heard it's a very good movie.
It ruined everything.
Yeah, but Pixels is a very, very big disappointment. If you haven't seen this movie, I suggest you stay away from it. You can watch it if you want, but I'm just warning you. I have no idea how long this movie is, so I'm just gonna say an hour and 30 minutes. This is probably gonna be an hour and 30 minutes of a waste of your life. I'm just saying, you don't have to watch this. You don't have to listen to my opinion. You can go watch this film if you want. I'm just warning you. This movie is bad. It is terrible. One of the worst video game movies to ever be created on the big screen. Hollywood should have really done better with this film, because this could have been a good film, honestly. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But Adam Sandler tries his best, and he fails at this movie. The actors fail in this movie. Honestly, in my opinion, the only good actor in this movie is Peter Dinklage. He's good in a lot of movies, right?
I forgot what other movies.
Peter Dinklage, he basically takes a lot of movies and a lot of shows. He was really good in this movie. The other actors didn't care for them, didn't care for their characters. I technically hated everything about this movie. The story doesn't make sense. The characters are poor. The direction is poor. Everything is so incredibly set. It is so incredibly pandered to the. And for that reason, it just makes this movie a big disappointment to Hollywood and many gamers who love video games. And this is just also another. This is just basically another just big disappointment to people who actually love playing video games. And this is just another disappointment to like video game movies, even though video game movies aren't that great. This movie is horrible. It's basically one of the worst movies I've seen in a while, honestly. Pixels is bad. What would you give Pixels?
I don't know.
What would you give it?
I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking of a D minus an F. Like it's an F.
All right, for me, you guys can technically go where I'm going with this. Pixels for me gets an F.
It's trash.
This movie is bad, but it's funny to look at because you could just tell that it's stupid and it kind of knows what it's trying to be. And I guess that's one thing you can appreciate about it. But holy crap, this movie was hard to watch. And I'm glad I watched it, honestly. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this review. I just want to do a special announcement that I'm going to be doing. Sometimes I'm going to be doing a new series on my channel called Stupid Sundays. I'm going to be reviewing movies on Sundays that are very stupid. Maybe some good stupid movies or some bad stupid movies. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. This is my special guest, Havani. Thank you. Say hey to the YouTubers. He wanted to review this movie Pixels with me. But anyway, I want to continue Steven Spielberg month, by the way, too. So maybe my next review will be E.T. I don't know how I'm going to review Schindler's List because my Netflix account is all messed up. So hopefully I get my Netflix account back so I can review Schindler's List. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this review. Say peace, Havani. Anyway, thank you guys for showing support to my channel too. I am like nearly at 430 subscribers. Over 420. I have 424 right now, I believe. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this review. It was fun. So much fun reviewing this. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I'm MarioFan520, and I will see you next time. Peace out.